Welcome again. We spend our lives searching for happiness in people, in success, in things. We chase it through promotion, relationship, holidays, and applause. Every achievement brings a spark of joy, but it fades too quickly, doesn't it? Then we wonder who took it away. Was it someone's word, life's unfairness, time itself? I used to believe my happiness depends on the world around me. That once I had enough money, respect, or love, I would finally feel complete. But every time I reached a new milestone, the same emptiness returned, quietly but surely. And then one day, in rare moment of silence, I asked myself a question I had never asked before. What if my happiness was never stolen? What if I locked myself and forgot where I kept the key? That single question changed everything because it made me stop blaming the world and start looking within. I saw something I had never noticed before. My happiness was not gone. It was there but surrounded by invisible lock I had created over the years. Every fear of future, every regret from past, every moment I tried to control what wasn't mine became a lock. I thought I was protecting myself from pain, but I was only building a cage for my peace. The first lock was fear, fear of losing what I love, fear of failing, fear of judgment. Fear doesn't just hold you back, it holds your smile hostage. Then came comparison. Every time I looked at someone else's life, I felt smaller, another chain tightened. I wasn't living my own story, I was measuring my worth with someone else's ruler. And the strongest lock of all, control. I wanted life, people, and situation to move exactly the way I planned. But the more I tried to control, the more happiness slipped through my finger. Regret and expectations joined the others, quietly but powerfully. Regret whispered, "You should have done better." Expectation shouted, "You deserve more." And between those two voices, peace had no space to breathe. I wasn't a victim of the world, I was jailer of my own joy. A person who is scrolling social media, smiles fade as they see others' vacations and achievements. A lock labeled comparison appeared on their heart. Another person tries to control conversation, forcing outcomes, getting angry when it doesn't go in their way. A lock labeled control clicks into place. Someone remembering a past mistakes, replaying it over and over, the regret locks closes tightly. After years of running, I stopped. I sat in silence. No phone, no goal, no noise. And slowly I found something hidden inside. Stillness. In that stillness, I found the key. Acceptance. The key was never lost. I was simply too busy looking elsewhere. A man who stops chasing success and instead learned to enjoy his morning tea, that's acceptance. A woman who forgives herself for past choices and decides to move forward, that is inner unlocking. Peace did not arrive when I got I wanted. It arrives when I stopped fighting what I had. Finding happiness is not the end, it's a beginning of living unlocked. It means waking up every day with awareness, knowing that peace is not found in things but in how you look at them. So there are 5 principles of living happily. One is live with awareness. Every time you feel anxious, pause and ask, which lock is trying to close again? Is it fear, expectations, comparison? Awareness is the key. You keep in your pocket. The moment you notice the lock, it loses its power. Second, live with letting go. Not everything will go your way, and that's okay. When you stop fighting every wave, you start to float. Letting go is not giving up, it's trusting that life knows where to take you. Third is live with purpose. When happiness lives inside you, you naturally begin to share it. You smile more, you listen deeper, you live not for applause, but for peace. Purpose is not always a big mission, sometimes. Live with gratitude. Happiness grows in gratitude. The more you thank life for small moments, the less you crave perfection. Gratitude doesn't change what you have, it changes how you see it. And the sixth one is live with balance. Even after unlocking yourself, life will test you again. Old fears might knock on the door, but now you know where the key is. Balance is not about controlling everything. I search for happiness everywhere. In success, in people, in places, in moments. I believed happiness was something to find, something I had lost long ago. But the truth whispered one day, you never lost happiness. You just covered it under your own noise. Every fear I held was a wall. Every comparison was a crack in peace. Every regret was a shadow. Every expectation was a weight. And when finally stopped chasing, when I stopped demanding life to be perfect, I heard something I hadn't heard in years. Silence. A peaceful silence that said, I'm still here, I never left. Maybe happiness doesn't arrive when everything falls into place. Maybe it arrives when you fall into place. When your mind stops running and your heart begins to breathe. You don't have to fix everything to smile again. You just have to stop breaking yourself for what can't be changed. Forgive yourself for not knowing better, for trying too hard, for forgetting that your joy can live even inside imperfection. You have been your own lock and you have always been the key. The search for happiness ends where self-acceptance begins. Thank you for watching.